David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors offense will start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Rainbow Warriors want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Excellent job by this defense. You know they watched the tape last week. This offense was humming. They were clicking. They were in rhythm. You knew they would be aggressive, and they are in the first drive. Great discipline in the back end. Shows up, shows out, and creates the first takeaway of this football game.
Back to the ground game on the left. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Gets away from one, finds some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the 1st down.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the 1st drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick.
Turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able...
There he goes! He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Turning on the Jets. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Bringing the heat. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Off and running. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown Warriors. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The run to the left. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Across the 45. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. With the catch, it's Jordan. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Wide open downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Fullback's got it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first.
Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. The give to the tailback. He's out past the 35. Look out, he's got room. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is currently...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team. Touchdown, Wolverines. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this with David kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. There he goes! And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry-up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Hard running there. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Got out of trouble and throws. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it.
Found the seam on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
42, Hawaii, 17.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll immediately call timeout.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Michigan.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Michigan.
Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Okay, break. Watch open. Canopy.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the... He puts it up in the air high, the defender. You're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around him.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. At the 45, on its way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, This offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're dealing with a second and long. The give on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Roach. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Just going to keep it after the snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st down here for the offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense, got him at the 27.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Finds his man down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. That last completion is still leaving them with a 3rd down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man cut.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt.
And And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a call.
He's loose on the left. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, man, and for the defense, you're just like, dang it. If that would have just stayed in bound for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened. But the offense definitely dodged a bullet.
He's looking to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's a math equation. Nice job. He sees the numbers. I got numbers out wide. I got blockers that can go make a play. Get it to my playmaker. He does the rest. Gets in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. The Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I'd been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And here comes the punt team. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So here comes the Michigan offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. You've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Here comes the heat. He's going to take off.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Using his feet. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's long. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move with the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Takes a handoff. It's Jordan. Slithers into space. And he puts it on the deck again.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. Tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay.
Turning it on. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run it with the fullback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a man miss. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.